Mister? How do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
My beautiful wife. She tells me all the time, well, you know everything. I said, baby, I'm a sports nerd. I can't help it. Official SITM Morning is the ID you need to follow the show, and SNWMN Multimedia is what you need to follow the network. Okay. The last time I had this pretty lady on, we went to work, and the next thing you know, 45 minutes passed. And then she and her beau sent me a compliment via email that I was made to do this, which just made me just blush all kinds of red and made me more confident in doing this. She's back to talk NFL draft with me. Here with me from Los Angeles, Deb Whitcas. How you doing, Deb?
I'm good. It's me and my cat, Olive.
Hi, Olive.
I am not sure if she made an appearance last time. I'm sure she did. She's never up here. And the second I think it's the lights. It's crazy. Anyway, so she has some picks for the draft as well.
I know that because one of my cats was up here during the break. The biggest one of the three, Pumpkin, was up here voicing his opinion. Pets, what pets won't do to follow
panther,
sports,
right? I think she looks like a panther. She's got the number one pick because they traded with the Bears. So there we go. That's why she's up here.
Oh boy, gotta love it. All right, let's go to work. It seems the Bears have shown their hand.
Yes, they have. Now, Cano, my dog's about to jump up now too. He wants to be part of the party.
Oh no.
Let me get her down, and then we will discuss the Bears and what they are doing.
The Bears seem to have shown their hand. Bye, Olive.
Bye.
That they are going to draft Caleb Williams.
I mean, if they don't, I will be absolutely shocked. Obviously, Justin Fields is no longer there. They do not have a quarterback, so yeah. I mean, Caleb Williams is going to be the first one off the board.
But see, that's only one quarterback in the quarterback room.
Correct.
That's only one in the quarterback room.
I know you don't like them, so
how do you solve the depth with that? Just in case Caleb Williams either goes down with an injury, God forbid, or ineffectiveness, which is what I fear.
Right. I mean, do we have another Bryce Young on our hands here? This time last year, how hyped was it? I'm just playing devil's advocate here, but I like Caleb. But how hyped was Bryce Young now? Didn't do anything at combined, did his pro day. He was the number one and went number one, and no one talked about him all season because he underperformed. Granted, he was with the Panthers, but yes. So do we have another Bryce Young on our hands?
It seems that way for two reasons. One, in his time at USC, and this is from me, this is from my eyes, measuring his success at Oklahoma and then measuring his somewhat success at USC, there's kind of an imbalance there.
Okay.
And secondly, where's the offensive line that's going to protect him in Chicago?
That's true. At least he has people to throw to with DJ Moore and Keenan Allen now. Yeah,
but you can't throw the ball on your back.
That is true.
You can't throw look, Bryce Young showed it last year. You can't throw the ball while you were constantly on your ass.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, that O-line obviously is so important. Yep.
Not only that, 2 years ago, the Bears made the stupidest move in franchise history by letting their 1,000-yard rusher David Montgomery walk. Oops. Now what? The Bears have so many positions to fill. I feel quarterback is the least of their problems. You got to get an offensive line, and you got to have a running game to hang your hat on.
Yeah, right now it is because they gave up Justin Fields. But yes, that too.
you got to have a running game to hang your hat on. That's how I
Mhm.
felt all the time.
Mhm.
That's how I feel all the time. So what do they do for the running back position? Who do you see in the draft that could fit with what they need? Of course they need an offensive
I
line, but
know.
who can be that game breaker for them?
I don't. I don't even know. I haven't even thought about that because I know they're going quarterback, right?
Mhm.
Like, I mean, it's like I didn't that thought has not even crossed my mind because it's just so obvious that they're getting Caleb, right?
Yeah. And that's why they brought in Keenan Allen. That's why they made some
Right.
of the other moves they made, and that's why they
Mhm.
jettisoned Justin Fields because it just looks like they're going to bring in Caleb Williams. Speaking of quarterbacks that have been shot up the draft board,
I know what you're
there's
about to say because I was
there's
about to bring it up too.
there's a fellow that played at Nazareth High School in my hometown that just recently won the national championship,
Yes, I was about to bring this up.
and he has shot up the draft boards.
And I'm not sure why, but I have a theory of where he's going.
Me and the guys talked about this earlier in the show. His name is JJ McCarthy,
Yes. Good
and
quarterback. Not sure
yeah,
if he should be in the top 5 though. Like the
hmm
10-ish, 11-ish, 12-ish maybe, but
hmm
he's not in the Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, Drake May
no,
picture. And I think he's going to go right after those 3. So
hmm I mean, Shane had him as high as second. Thinking the way
ew. Wait, who did
Washington.
that? Hold on.
Listen, I mean, he was looking at the boards the same way I was when
Okay.
we talked earlier in the show.
Okay.
And he said there's a possibility he could be the second quarterback drafted, which I don't think will happen. I think it'll be Jaden Daniels that goes to Washington.
I agree.
But
But there's some iffy stuff there too. The Commanders brought in 4 quarterbacks the other
yep,
day.
yep, they
So
brought in 4 quarterbacks, and
why?
there just may not be enough room for Jaden Daniels to show off.
This is
And then
cannoli.
and then you have to. Oh, there's another furry friend
This is
joining us.
cannoli. Come here. This is
Hi.
cannoli. He loves football too. He's a football dog. This is my baby. What do you
Aw.
think of Jaden Daniels and Drake May? Huh? What do you think? Yeah. Could you outrun them? Could you outrun them all? You probably could. He's a very good runner. All right, come on, let's get down. Mom's talking football. All right.
So we got 2 extra picks in, okay?
Yeah, I mean, I think Jaden Daniels is going, but yeah, I mean, JJ McCarthy at number 2. I would actually put a bet on that one that's not happening.
Mhm.
But
I don't think it's happening either. He's
yeah,
not worth the number 2 pick.
yeah, but yeah, I mean, it's weird. I mean, obviously, Jaden Daniels. I wouldn't be happy if the Commanders brought in 4. If you were pretty much slated to go there. I mean, no one knows for a fact. No one knows anything. Only
Mhm.
the teams know, and some of the teams don't even know. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, because you just don't know what's going on with the trades and what they're picking and who
Mhm.
they can get and where everybody will slide. But
Mhm.
yeah, I mean, bringing in 4 quarterbacks and I mean, he cannot be happy. I mean.
No.
And
No.
also too,
After all the news
The
came.
Vikings had him for a private workout as well.
Mhm.
So one day after he visited Washington. So it's like there's some speculation that he doesn't want to go to the Commanders, but I mean,
That's
do these kids have a choice? They're going NFL. I mean, you should be happy to be on any team, and the Commanders are in a rebuild.
Mhm.
They have some. I mean, who all is that? I mean, they have some great wide receivers. Terry McLaurin is there. Brian Robinson Jr. Yeah, I mean, they have some good offensive players, but I think the Commanders are going to be a bit of a force this year. We actually talked about that last night on the Blonde Blitz, Nikki and I and
Mhm.
Dan. That the Commanders might show out this year.
Yeah, they just might. And I love the Blonde Blitz, by the way.
Thank you.
I'm hooked on that program
Love
because
it.
after I had you on last time, I immediately pressed some buttons and I immediately got the Blonde Blitz. So y'all need to check
Thank
that
you.
out. Y'all need to check that show out. It's absolutely fabulous. New England is third,
Mm-hmm.
and Shane is a big time Patriots fan.
Okay.
And they could draft a quarterback also, but I believe they already have their starting quarterback, and it ain't Jacoby Brissett. I think they
Okay.
need to turn and give the ball to Nathan Rourke right now.
All right. You said that last time.
I
Yeah,
believe
said
they
that
need to
last
give
time.
the chance. Yep, they need to give the ball to Nathan Rourke, and they need to do it now.
Okay.
It's the fact that Rourke is the man. Okay, and I've had people say to me, "You're basing this off of 1 year in the CFL." Yes, I am,
Mm-hmm.
but I also went back and looked at his film at Ohio and combined it with the film I looked at in the CFL,
Mm-hmm.
which led to him signing with the Jaguars and then later, coming to the Patriots. I still believe you give him the ball right now.
Right. Okay. I don't know too much about him. I'm to be completely honest, but yeah, I mean, I think Drake May is going to the Patriots. I think they're gonna go with a quarterback. I mean, but
If Drake May is drafted by the Patriots, then you got a great competition.
right, that's true.
Because now you can show them both off to see
Mhm.
what they both can do. But they need a quarterback fast.
Mm-hmm.
Because
They
you're sitting
also
with an 11-year veteran in Jacoby Brissett. You got the young man in Nathan Rourke. It's open that they could draft a quarterback. All right. You got Ramondre Stevenson as your running back. You're slowly building your offense. But which way do you think Gerard Mayo would lean? Would he lean totally on Drake May?
I think so. I mean, they're also I don't know, they also met with Michael Penix too. So that could be, he's projected as like a first round late pick. So yeah, I don't know.
Speaking of, where do you think Michael Penix would fit?
I don't know.
Since we're talking quarterbacks.
I'm not sure. Like, who else needs a quarterback? That's
New Orleans.
the Saints. Yeah, they do.
New Orleans needs a quarterback.
They're covered now.
Mm-hmm. The Raiders need a quarterback badly.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I love Antonio Pierce there. I think that's the
mm-hmm.
best move of the season.
Yeah, best hire they've made in a long time.
Absolutely.
Best hire they've made in a long time. You know who else needs a quarterback? Denver.
Yes, I was just thinking. I was about just to say the Broncos too. Mm-hmm.
So not only could they go after Michael Penix Jr., they could also go after a fellow named Bo Nix.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They could go after. You know who else?
I mean, those guys they're gonna sit for the first year, but
they're all gonna sit for the first
year.
Yeah, you got to sit and learn.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got to sit and learn. You know who else could draft a quarterback just as a surprise? You know who else could draft a quarterback just as a surprise and just to ruffle some feathers? The Jets.
You know what? That actually crossed my mind, and I was too scared to say it. So I'm glad you just said it. That literally just crossed my mind, but I was like, "Can you watch?" I would not want to see Aaron Rodgers' face when that happened. So I was about to stay mum, but yeah, that just crossed my mind.
I'm not because the Jets would be that team. Even though they have Aaron Rodgers there, you only saw him for 4 plays.
It was like
Aaron
70
Rodgers is 40
or something crazy.
Yep, Aaron Rodgers is 40. Okay,
yeah.
He's about to turn 40.
He is.
He's not long for the position. So just to and not just to create some controversy, but you got to have some stability at the position. They could draft a quarterback. Bo Nix, Michael Penix, maybe even Drake May if he falls.
And I have to say, I saw some pictures. Aaron Rodgers was working out with it's either, I think it was USC. It's either UCLA or USC. And I'm going to be honest, he looked a little tired. Doing drills and whatnot. I was like, ooh, he looks 40. Not that I had ever really seen, Tom Brady do workouts with the college kids, but apparently that's what he was doing. He was doing with the football team, and granted, he's next to college kids, but still, Like he just
Yep.
looked a little too tired for my my liking. But
He's not the long-term answer.
no, he can't
That-
be. I mean, he's got what, 2 more years, if that.
If
I
that.
don't see him going 40 to 44. He was injured, like
Mhm.
especially an ACL. It's ACL, right?
It's an ACL.
Yeah, like I understand he went to the best doctors and did it right away, but you're still 40,
Mhm.
and you're
You can't
still
be Father Time.
you just I'm trying to do it now. I'm struggling myself, so
I'm trying to be Father Time. Hell, cancer tried to come get me, and
Yep.
we got it first.
Fabulous. Yes. Yes.
You know what? I'll give you a team who could draft a quarterback
Mhm.
and ruffle some feathers in the AFC. Tennessee.
Okay.
Tennessee could draft a quarterback. It depends on who falls
Mhm.
to number 7.
I think they are though, but yeah.
It depends on who falls to number 7. I'm just looking at teams that are hungry for a quarterback right now.
Right. I think the Titans are taking Joe Alt personally, but
Mhm.
OT, the OT, so offensive tackle. I mean,
It would-
he's got first of all, he's huge. Have we all looked at him?
Yep.
The guy's
The man is a monster.
6'9", like 221 pounds.
Mhm.
His bloodline, all athletes, dad, Kansas City Chiefs player,
Yep.
brother, his younger brother played ice hockey. Like
Mhm.
this guy's definitely going top 10.
He is. He is. The Bears they could draft Joe Alt and send everybody ablaze.
That's
I don't
true.
expect it to happen.
Then who's gonna be the quarterback? Like
Exactly.
what are we doing?
It's a coin toss because there's no way the way it looks right now, there's no way there's going to be a quarterback available at 9
No.
because the Bears got 1 and 9. Every top quarterback is going to be gone
Yeah.
by 9. If Penix and Bo Nix are late picks, they would go no lower than 14, and that's New Orleans. If they go lower than 14, then something is wrong and somebody didn't do a good job evaluating. But all the top quarterbacks are going to be gone by at least pick 11. And
Mhm.
pick 11 could see Bo Nix in Minnesota.
No, I mean, look at last year with Will Levis. We thought he was going to, and he went day 2.
He did.
First pick of day 2, and I just remember his face sitting there, and that was tough. I liked Will Levis. I saw him in the combine. I thought he did a great performance, and I was excited to see him on the field this season. But yeah, I didn't think he was going to go round 2 or in second day.
I didn't think so either. And with Joe Alt being in Tennessee to protect him,
right?
you start rebuilding that offensive line there with that guy. And like you said, the bloodline's there with the Alts.
Mhm.
Saw his dad play at Kansas City, and he just moved people. That's all he did his entire career. He just moved people.
Yeah. That his son's about to do the same thing.
About to do the same thing. Exactly. His son's about to do the same thing.
Like father, like son on this one.
Exactly. Deb Whitcas joining us here on the program, talking all things NFL draft. Let's look at the Pittsburgh Steelers. They picked 20. They supposedly have their quarterback room set.
I mean, they've got a bunch.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
I mean, Russell Wilson, Justin Fields. Who else do you need?
I'm not looking at quarterback for Pittsburgh. I'm looking at running back because Najee Harris ain't long for the team.
Well, and Najee Harris, and I actually do a podcast with Frank Nicotero on Pro Sports Fans. And I've known Frank Nicotero. He's a comedian. Guys, check him out. He's amazing. And he's a huge Steelers fan. And I remember when Najee Harris was drafted and we were on air and Frank jumped into a pool because he was so excited. But all of last season, I was like, Frank, Najee Harris, like not doing so hot, not every week. And Frank was like, I know, I wish I could take back the pool jumping. And so, I mean, he got better as the season went on and finally had some, some fireworks there. But for
Mhm.
the most part, I agree.
Yep.
Um,
All right. Let's
yeah.
close up shop and look at your Philadelphia Eagles.
Why did
Fly
I know
Eagles.
this was coming?
Oh, I don't know. I say fly Eagles fly, and you get a 2-foot smile on your face. The same way I have this shirt on to support my wife. There you go. Oh, yeah.
My little
Here's a present my wife got me.
nice. Yes.
I told you we have a split household here. She for the Colts, me for the 49ers, and she teases me all the time. Let's look at the Philadelphia Eagles. Where do they
I
start?
love Andrew Richardson and for the Colts. Love him. Love him. Love him.
Yes.
Love him.
AR is going to be the man for Indianapolis for a long time. Just want him to stay healthy. Just
Yeah,
want him to stay healthy
yeah.
and that offensive line to be healthy. And they came within one play of stealing the AFC South title.
Mm-hmm.
They are going to compete this year.
Yep, I think it's a great division to be in. Anyway, let's talk Eagles.
Let's talk Eagles. Absolutely.
We've got picks 22, 50, and 53. We need that O-line and we need defense. I think the Eagles have a great offense. Hurts, Saquon Barkley, AJ Brown, Smith, Goddard. I mean, powerhouse. The Eagles are going to be a force. We need to, buff up that O-line. It sucks that Jason Kelce has retired, obviously. The Eagles drafted Cam Jurgens a couple seasons ago. They knew Jason was leaving eventually. So Cam has learned under the best.
Yes.
So I'm excited to see him out on the field. Funny story, told it on Blonde Blitz. Apparently, the Eagles organization gave Cam Jason's locker. And he kept going to his old locker. He's like, I'm not used to going to Jason's locker. Like, that's Jason's locker, So yeah, he's like, I'm just not used to it. So anyway, he said it was very weird. Losing Fletcher Cox, obviously not good either. Big blow to the defense there.
Right.
I'm sure we'll replace him and not replace him because you can't replace it.
No,
Fletcher
you
Cox
can't.
for sure.
You
Like
can't.
you just can't.
Right.
But we'll see what happens in the draft. I think we always need cornerbacks. Always. That's always seems to be an Eagles thing. Every year, I'm like, we need cornerbacks. We need cornerbacks. And to be honest, I mean, every team needs quarterbacks. Like even the Chargers, like I do cover the Chargers a bit. The general manager Ortiz, his exact quote the other day was, "We're always shopping for corners. We'll sign corners. We'll draft corners, and we will always be looking for corners." And I feel like that's just a blanket statement all over the entire league.
Yes, it is.
Right?
Yes, it is.
So I think though I think the offensive line is really where we should go with our first pick for number 22. Tyler Guyton, I feel like the offensive tackle from Oklahoma. I feel like that's where the Eagles should go first. He's just he's lethal.
He is.
I mean that wingspan he has, he's athletic.
It's crazy.
He's
the wingspan is crazy.
Yeah, he's like 6'7". He's just a perfect fit for offensive tackle. I mean, obviously we have Lane Johnson. The Eagles have. I always say we. Isn't that funny? The Eagles. I do that.
I do the same thing for the 49ers all the time. Okay,
so the team.
It is.
But obviously Lane Johnson, who everyone loves, fan favorite. I mean, he's made it clear he wants to continue to play, but I think Tyler would be a good. We need to find his replacement eventually because Lane's 33, right tackle, big guy, but yeah, I mean those guys can't play forever.
No.
So they have freight trains coming, you're like they got freight trains coming at them every day. So yeah.
And we got the same thing with Trent Williams, who's going to be 36 and still considered the best offensive lineman in the league. So there may be a tug of war going on between Philadelphia and San Francisco for Tyler Guyton. And he visited both teams. What do y'all do in the second round? Because you got 2 picks there, 50 and 53. What do you do at 50 with this pick from New Orleans?
I think we're going with Cooper DeJean, quarterback. You know what I mean? He's more like a safety, is what everybody's saying. So he's just, like I said, cornerbacks.
Mhm.
We always need them. I think that's what we do. That's what the Eagles do for the second pick. I think he's just an impressive combination of size and speed. So I'm a little worried about that injury that he had that kind of ended his season, but I feel like I think he's okay.
So what do you do at 53? Let's close up shop there. What do you do at 53?
You know what? I'm gonna go center. Graham Barton.
There you go. And I like Darton. He reminds me of the time that I looked deeply at Dallas Goedert out of South Dakota State.
Love Dallas.
Goddard and Jake Wieneke at the time. And I just knew Dallas Goedert was going to be a star. And people thought I was.
I think we talked about this before. But yeah.
Yep. People thought I was nuts when I looked at Dallas Goedert. And I said, watch this. And he fell to you guys, and it was a perfect fit.
Yep. Literally a perfect fit. I mean, he fits in Philly so well. Yeah, he's great. But so I'm excited to see what Cam Jurgens can do. I think we need a backup center because, obviously, oh my God, guys, the cat and the dog do not agree. Okay. Do not
when the pets respond to your picks. Okay.
Maybe not. Yeah. I mean, I think he's a good fast breaking center, good core strength. I think he's got good ability. So, I mean, he's not going to be Travis Kelce, but no one's going to be Travis Kelce. So
no one's gonna be
good blocker. You know what I mean? Too. But
yeah, we'll see if that happens. The draft is next week. She is Deb Whitcas. Olive joins us as well. Both their pets joined us, just like mine joined me. This has been an absolute blast. Thank you very much, dear.
So much fun. Always a pleasure.
We got more stuff for you, folks. See you in a minute.